5 of Queensland's worst convicted sex offenders are now being monitored using satellite tracking technology. The state government says the devices have been fitted on their wrists or ankles to help prevent them from breaching their supervision orders.
The opposition is claiming credit for forcing the government to introduce the new devices.
The truth is the government has been considering this technology for some time. 5
sex offenders will now be traced around the clock. By next year, 67 people will be wearing them. But one Brisbane doctor who's worked with victims and perpetrators says the bracelets could lead to more offending.
If we just think that bracelets alone are the answer, it's actually risking stigmatising people or actually exacerbating their needs, and that would be counterproductive because those people then could become more desperate, and I know that desperate people do desperate things and that doesn't make society safe.
He says more rehabilitation is the answer.
We just think that more punishment, more detection.
Queensland Corrective Services already puts a significant amount of resources into rehabilitation programs.
The government's also come under fire from the public sector union. It's worried about 1,000 jobs going from Queensland Health. But the Health Minister says voluntary redundancies will only be offered to non-frontline staff in the corporate office.
There is no ability to cut 1,000 jobs out of the health system without affecting hospital employees, and the corporate office numbers just don't add up.
The department says the savings will be used to improve services. And the government is aiming to improve backyard disputes with new laws on overhanging trees and fences.
If a tree is below 2.5 metres and it overhangs, in the first instance you can trim it yourself or your neighbour can trim it. If your neighbour won't agree to do that, you can get a quote for up to $300. Your neighbour then can do it themselves or get a different quote.
For taller trees in dispute, parties can also now go to the Civil and Administrative Tribunal. James Kelly, ABC News.